Loyal Beaver Fan Show. I'm here with my co-host BC. It's
Back
always good
again.
to have him on. One of these days he's gonna be on the call-in show on Thursday night, but he wants to keep telling me that that it's about me, but I keep telling him it's about growing the show. So one of these days he's gonna stop being selfish and pick up the phone and jump on the show. BC, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. You?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Before we realized that we wasn't on YouTube,
Yeah.
we were talking about our Lady Cats, and our Lady Cats, man, had a big win against Oklahoma.
Yes, they did, man. It was a big win. I was concerned there for a minute. It wasn't looking too good there.
I think our lady. See, we took a loss to we our ladies took a loss to Alabama, which was not a good loss, and that's why we
Hmm.
fell to number seven. Even though LSU jumped us, and of course Vandy moved up because Vandy's undefeated, so rightfully so, they got it done. But taking that loss to Alabama, we had to our Lady Cats had to figure out sort of who we are without Key, and
Yeah.
Key brings such a big part to the program. You know, we took a loss to those guys, but being able to bounce back without Key, because Key's not coming back to the door for a couple more weeks, from my understanding.
Hmm.
So because of that, our Lady Cats had to figure out who they are as a team and who needs to step up in the place of it. And I think, like you said at the first part of the game, it looked like Oklahoma was going to run away with it, and but our Lady Cats stuck with it, and they was able to come back and pull out the win. So big shout out to and Tony Morgan, man, she's turning out to be, nobody
Yeah.
wants to compare her to to more Georgia
Georgia.
or more, but bro, she's definitely making her footprint.
Hmm.
So goes her, so goes Kentucky. I think, don't not taking away from who Stracky is, but definitely. Um, Tony's definitely making a major impact on this year's team. What's going on? Some we drop off. BC, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Give me LSU. Yeah. Uh, so anyway, that was awkward. My fault. I think I was over doing something behind the scenes and everything. Um, Kentucky basketball. The way too early field of 68 came out, and Kentucky's the number 10 seed. Um, that I found out that the Missouri loss is a loss to a quad three team. Is it quad three? And
Mm.
the Indiana is a quad two win now. So both of those. So right now we took. I mean that makes it worse for Kentucky as a whole. So that makes this LSU game even more important than what the Mississippi State game is. BC, I haven't heard your take on the outcome of the Mississippi State game. What was your thoughts on that ball game?
Man, that game had me worried at first. I was like, man, what is going on? Man. But they came back, pulled it out, got a win, man. It's always good to get in the win column, no matter what level you playing on, whether it's Pee Wee or pro sports. It's always good to get, a win. But that's all I gotta say right now. It's a win. We
Yeah,
got to win, and it's time to move on to the next game. And it's like I always say, it's a marathon. You want to be at your best come tournament time. All the weaknesses become strengths. That's why I say it's still a lot of time left in the season. That's what my hope is, that we will get it together. But it's a good start. You win. You just won this game, then you go and win the next one against LSU. Then you go and win the next one. It's building off, trying to get 4 or 5 wins in a row, and that gives you confidence. So
I what are your thoughts? First of all, Cam Williams came in off the bench the other night, and I think
mhm,
his spark was really big for the club. What is
yeah.
your thoughts on how Mo D fits into this team, man? because a lot of people feel like
Mhm.
Modi should just be, first of all, coming off the bench, and second of all, his energy. He's not going to pass the ball once he gets the ball inside. So I mean, he's not passing it, and he's not necessarily scoring when he does shoot it a lot. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, a lot of people are advocating for Cam to be to get a lot more minutes, including even starting, so Cam can help stretch the floor. And Malachi played a tremendous game. He'll pass out of the
Mhm.
post, but he's been playing with his back to the rim a lot this year, and he did really good against Mississippi State. Garrison, he'll pass out of it too as well. So
Mhm.
if you got those, and then of course JQ's not playing. If you got those two guys who continue to pass out of the post because the shot's not there, and it allows us to be able to get some nice shots from the corner or even from the top of the key. How do you insert or how do you continue to give Mo D minutes if it's only hurting? I think it's time now that Coach Pope continues to play the players who make the team better and gives us the best opportunity to win. You can't
Mhm.
take away what Mo D does as far as how aggressive he is, but if he's still hurting us, how can you continue to keep him and give him a lot of minutes? You already paid him a lot of money, so that's one of those things that we just might have to just bite the bullet and just say, it is what it is.
Well, Modi, I don't think he played the last 10 minutes of that game.
I don't think so neither.
I think he was kind of mean mugging over. I
Yeah,
think he was like, I want to be out there on the floor.
yep,
But I think Modi should come off the bench. I think most definitely Cam should start because it stretches the court.
well, hold on,
I think
BC.
he, huh?
BC, hold on for a minute. Hold on, because I got to rebuttal you for a
What's
second. I
up?
got to go back and make you eat your words.
What?
Ain't you always said it doesn't matter who starts and who finishes?
No, it doesn't matter who start, but we can't get off to like the first 5 or 6, 8 minutes without scoring and getting behind 15 points. You playing a real good team, you're not going to come back.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you want your best offensive team out there. No, it don't matter. The reason why I said that with J Lowe is because he's injured.
yeah.
That's the reason why I said that. But it doesn't matter who starts. It's who's going to finish the game. But with our team, we're not starting off good at all.
No.
So you want your guys out there that's going to give you the best chance to score and score early. But Modi, he's not going to stretch the court. Modi's a good rebounder,
Yeah.
and I think Cam Williams should start. I think he earned that.
I think he has to. Now, what this does for with J Lo, in my opinion, and I'm not sure how you feel about this, BC, but
Mm-hmm.
my opinion is J Lo should call it a year. He shouldn't come back, especially if we have opportunity to bring him back to the team next year and he doesn't transfer again. I think we should bring him. I think we should just set him down and just start getting healthy for next year because every time he touches the basketball, let me just say this: every time he's on the floor, he's one swipe away from hurting, and
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, yeah, okay. Breaking news, guys! Breaking news. I'm sure a
Mm-hmm.
lot of you guys. Thank you, Shane, for that. It's Jaland Lowe is now announced to be out for the year. Thank you, Josh. I see that too as well. Thank you so much. Pope just announced it. Jaland Lowe is out for the year, and um, so here we are. Jasper Johnson's gonna have to step up, bro. I really would love, but okay. So now you're gonna go ahead and Aberdeen's gonna start at the one most likely. Otaker's gonna start at the three. So it looks like maybe Collins is going back in the starting lineup as a two. I don't know. Or you're gonna put Aberdeen at the two.
I will put. I don't know to get your best chances of scoring. I would. You gotta. I feel you gotta give Jasper a go at it. I would
At the
start.
start?
I would start Jasper, and Denzel and Ortega and Cam and Marino. I feel you gotta give Jasper. I have been saying on here that Jasper is the type of guy he's gotta get 30 minutes. No, he's not gonna get that here, but he's the type of guy. The more he's playing, the more he's out there and feeling the game, he's gonna be better. Some guys it's like that. We have had dozens of them that wore a Kentucky jersey.
Okay. This is this is look. I know I'm hard on Jasper because I care about the young man and I want to see the young man to be successful. I think he can contribute at Kentucky, but I'm sort of on the fence too as well. Is that when he's in, at times he just doesn't look comfortable. But then again, if I'm going to say that, then that's a result of him not being on the floor enough to get comfortable. So if he can do that, if we can start him, and if he can get enough minutes, because he's kind of like the guys that when Cal was here, guys used to look over their shoulders all the time, be like, well, if I mess up one time, Cal's going to take me out, and if he takes me out, I probably won't get back in the ball game the whole game. So I'm not sure if he's playing with that mentality. Is if I get in the game, if I mess up, the problem is he gets beat on defense too much, and he looks lost out there a lot of the times. I get it; he can score for us, but if you can't play defense, we can't just keep giving basket for basket. Sometimes we got to get those stops so we can get so we can get some lead out there.
Who is playing defense?
Well, that's true.
But here's the thing with Jasper. Yeah, when you a freshman, sometimes you go out there and it's like you going from high school to now you playing elite level collegiate basketball. Yeah, sometimes you can be like that when you go out, play 5 minutes, then that's it. Or maybe this game you might play 15, then the next game you might play 2, then the next game you might not play any. It can be like that. But he has to get his minutes. I look at him and I'm like, he's the type of player that he has to get his minutes. And you talk about the defensive end. When you look at a guy like a Reed Sheppard affected the game on the defensive end too. It was a lot of other stuff. Two different players. But Reed could go out in 15 minutes and not score a point, but have an effect on the game. So it's two different players, but a guy like Jasper, he has to get his minutes in. It's times where you gotta go out there, and if you make mistakes, you play through it. With the team we got, it's not happening like that. It's not like we're deep. Not right now. It doesn't show, but when you look at real good players, you look at other teams, players make mistakes. Okay. Play through it. But Jasper might go out there. Like you said, it might be in his head. If I make a mistake, I'm coming out. That's not good on any level of sports. That's not good for any athlete to go out and play on eggshells. It's not good for anybody.
That we actually agree on. I'm 100% right there with you on that. And it seems that a lot of people are still big on what Jasper could do this year. And now with Lowe being out, now we know that we're absolutely one less guard down now. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if Chandler's not having a good game, because I feel like Chandler's gonna get the start. I don't know.
And he could.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I believe what you said is going to be the starting lineup. But if it was me, that's the start. Because man, I hate talking about Colin Chandler. I do. Have you watched the game when Colin Chandler puts the ball on the floor, goes the hole, and uses athletic ability? Don't great things happen?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Teams are going to come out. Don't let him shoot out there because he can shoot 50% from 3-point range. They're not going to give him a look. He's talented enough to put the ball on the floor, get in the paint, score a bucket, or finish, or tap somebody on top of the head with a dunk over. He's that talented. Every time he goes to the hole, he gets fouled.
Yep.
So it drives me crazy about Colin Chandler. He could be a 20-point a game guy. I truly believe that.
Well,
I truly believe it.
This is where we're talking about good coaching. Shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
Coach Pope instill that in him? Shouldn't well, not just Coach Pope, but rest of the coaching staff, they don't see that? They don't see that hey Colin, dude, go to the rim. And if you don't go to the rim, I'm gonna take you out. Even
Well,
now, if you have that wide open three, absolutely you can go ahead and we trust you enough to go for it. But other than that, be athletic and go to the rim. Why won't our coaching staff try to use him where he's strong at? Why are we letting him just settle? Why are we letting him just sit out there and not necessarily settle for the three, but be me, you know what I'm saying? But be more aggressive. Go to the rim and put the pressure on the defense and make them foul you. Get their guys in foul trouble if you have to. Make them respect you inside and out.
well, it's 50-50, Mike.
Yeah.
And reason why I say that is they might be telling him that. And then they might not. I don't know. But from what I see and how athletic he is, if it he's kind of like, you remember last year we was having this discussion with Kobe.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I wish Kobe put the ball on the court. He got to get a little float in there. Then he started doing it. What was happening? He's putting up 20 points.
Yep.
Kobe and Collins kind of the same.
Yeah.
But Collins just a little more athletic than Kobe.
Yeah.
I wish that's what Colin Chandler would do. It would change the narrative of this team, I feel. Because I know it's in him.
Yep.
I know it's in him. But it drives me crazy, Mike. What I say, I'm like, he goes the hole and every time he's getting fouled or something's good happening or he's 2 or 3 guys are coming and he's making a good pass. And I'm like, why don't you do this every time, son? Why you trying to live beyond this 3-point line? They're not going to give you that. The only way he's going to get an open 3 is unless something happened and they got confused.
Yeah.
That's the only way he's going to be open.
Yeah. And I think we had like 21 assists in the last ball game. I think it was 21 assists or something like that, which is really good. That means that we passed the basketball. That means that we didn't settle for just any type of shot. We made sure that we looked for the guy. It's Mississippi State, but sometimes you can have that game that's just like, look, guys, if we do this, if we duplicate this, then that doesn't guarantee a win every ball game, but it at least gives us a shot. And when people try to play hero ball out there, when we only getting 10 assists a ball game, that means we're not passing the. That means that we're not passing the ball game. That everybody's trying to do their own thing, and we're halfway through the season, and we're still trying to get over people trying to be selfish with the basketball in hand. I get it. Sometimes you might need a guy to go get a bucket. But at the end of the day, if you're only getting 10, 11 assists a ball game, then that speaks volume. Now, what Nate Oates says is that that the bigs don't pass. So we seen more of that. We seen more of that against Mississippi State. And if I don't have their average for what they're averaging a year in points, but we only gave up 68 points in that ball game. I mean, I think the way they've been scoring, I think we held them under the average, if I'm correct.
Good defense.
So, which is good defense, which is really good, and that's the first thing that I thought about. And force for and Ortega had 4, I think it was over. Ortega had 4 steals. Marino had 4 steals, which is usually reserved for a guard to be able to get those. But Marino had active hands and he was alert. Bro, Marino is coming into his own, and
he's gonna be really good.
Yeah, it scares me a little bit that if he continues to play in this fashion, he could be a one and done. Now, I know it's a long year. We still got a lot to go, and I think he has a lot to prove. But if he continues to come into himself and he continues to play within his body, like he's been doing, and if he continues to grow, crazier things have happened. Nobody thought Shea was coming in Kentucky to be you know, a draft pick early as he was in 1 year, and I'm out of here. So crazy things have happened. Now that's good for Kentucky if he comes in and starts playing like a boozer. I'm okay with that. I'm okay, but he needs to be on the floor a lot more too as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know he needs his rest and everything, BC, but we I like to slow down, bro, because I sometimes I get ahead of myself, but I'm a dreamer. I just am when I'm out walking for 2 hours. Speaking of 2 hours, bro, these guys asked me to do the Saudi marathon on the 31st, and I reluctantly agreed. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, not okay. They said if you finish it, you get 2 days off. I like okay, I'll finish it.
Oh, with 2 days off pay?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'll run a marathon for that.
yeah. No, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna walk. But anyway,
Oh well, I won't run.
yeah,
I'm down for
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah. 2 days off paid. Absolutely. Just as long as I can use my off time on my when I want it, not when you want it. What I mean? Let me use it when I want off, which is good. But anyway, we're looking at something, and I know it's only one game, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because we still got a hard schedule to go. We still got a lot of we still got a lot of we still got a lot of games that we're not going to be the favorites in.
We got
Just by
gauntlet
nature.
coming up.
We still got a lot of games, so we need to get winning against LSU is not only a game that we need. I think it's a game, BC, and whether I don't know if you agree or not, but of course you want to say every game is a must win. But I think this game right here, it's so critical if we want to continue to keep our chances because we're at a 10 seed. Kentucky's at a 10 seed, right now, and I know it's early, but we don't have those quad one wins like we was hoping we have. So every single game that we get, we need it. And this is the game that we can't take a loss to LSU. And I think LSU is actually banged up a little bit too.
I agree. I think that every game from here on out to tournament time should be treated like a tournament game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely agree because you know how I am, man. I don't care about if you go into March Madness ranked number 1 or number 16. I don't care about no rankings. Never have. I never will. It's about what you do on the court.
Yeah. Well, our cats. It's the same way with the Lady Cats. People are complaining how is LSU ranked higher than we are in this week's poll. I think we're number 7 and they're number 6, but we knocked them off and then they turn around and lost back-to-back games to us and Vandy. That our women's team losing to Alabama, our destiny is in our hand. So what I mean is we can't worry about what other teams are doing. Kentucky just has to take care of business every single night. We can't, we can't be like, well, if we win, we hope they look. All you can control is what you guys do on the floor every single night. You can't be relying on I hope these guys win and these guys lose. But I'm not sure if you looked at it lately, but the SEC is kind of, in a sense, when you outside of looking at Vandy and outside of looking at, and that's crazy to say that when you put Vandy's
yeah,
that's it just feels different. But outside of that, when you look at the Alabama, you look at the Tennessee, you look at the Florida, you look at the Auburn, you look at Kentucky. I mean, like we're all down there with 2 losses. You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like that's why it's so important for you to take care of every single game because we're looking at like you win, I lost, or vice versa. Now I'm 1 game ahead of you, and I got the win over you. So if it came down to who's going to get a number, who's going to get that last double bye, and if it came down to between Alabama and Kentucky, Alabama's getting a double bye for SEC weekend because they own the tie. That's why it's so vital for Kentucky night in and night out to don't worry about what's going on. We all do. Let's just be real. I look at it. Everybody else looks at it. but it's so critical for us to take care. And the quote that I heard that I'm going to use for the rest of the year is from what I heard from I think it was from the Indiana football coaches that can we go be 1-0 now against Miami?
Mm-hmm.
That's so my thing is now is not what we doing the rest of the season is but can we go be 1-0 against LSU? And then we'll let everything else take care of itself. To me, that's what I'm going to ride with for the rest of the year. So that was look, I'm okay with that because it's seriously one game at a time for
Yeah.
sure.
Every
But
every
the S,
game
yeah,
every game's like a playoff.
it is. And Shane just So it's just a matter, and as BC as you said, it's just a matter of getting hot and start playing consistent basketball at the right time. And I don't know if this is the wake up call. I don't know if Mo D is that one player who kind of throws off the chemistry a little bit. And when he's not in the ball game, you saw what we was able to do. We passed the basketball, we passed it from the inside out, and we don't get that from Mo D. And we're just at that. We're just at that. Look, we had Calzada, who we paid all that money in football, and he rode the
Mm-hmm.
bench for the rest of the year. We had to just bite the bullet and be like, look, I still think Mo D is good. I think he can still bring something to the floor. But as far as when you look at trying to get the rotation down and getting the people on the floor who gives you the best chance to win, I I don't know. I don't know if where he fits in right now because and I don't want to read too much into it, but when Ortega was giving his press game conference and everybody was around him, Mo D just kind of looked like he had the salty face a little bit.
He was like it during the game,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You see what
He
I'm
didn't
saying?
play
So,
what the last 8 minutes, last 10
yep,
minutes, something like that.
exactly. So you can see the writing on the wall if you want to dig. And Kentucky fans, we're gonna dig into everything. We pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not gonna miss a thing if we you don't think that we don't see a person's expression during a press game conference or on the bench if 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 we out here following tail numbers when coaches and players are making moves in recruiting, dude. Like I wouldn't even know where to start at to find somebody's tail number or what plane they flying in, but the fans find it. You know, I it you know my God, you can never question Moti's heart. Hey, can you put that up for JC? Yeah. Hey JC, how you doing, brother? I'm not questioning his heart at all because, like I said, if he came in, see, it's just like what Reed Shepard was doing. You mentioned it. Reed Shepard might not have scored a point for a while, but the other tangibles that he did on the court made a major difference in in the game for Kentucky. And you got guys who's got to understand, I'm not a scorer. I'm not going to put up a lot of points, but Rodman's the best. He's the best at it. I'm not here to score 15, 20 points for you. That's not my job. My job is to go and be aggressive, get people out of their game, and get as many rebounds as I possibly can. Some people's not willing to do that because some people just feel like, well, I got to rebound and I got to score. No, you don't. You don't. If the basket's there for you, and if you can make a shot, perfect. But rebound, be aggressive. I don't question his heart out there while he's out there. I just question is, does he fit in with what we're trying to do at Kentucky right now? We're trying to win ball games, and it ain't about one person coming out here and trying to be a hero. Do what you do well. Be aggressive. Get all them rebounds. I think on one possession in the ball game without Mo D in the ball game and Garrison was in the ball game, we got 3 offensive rebounds in one possession, and then we scored. We don't do
Well,
that if Mo D is on the floor.
some players like Reed Shepard,
Yeah.
and we have had a lot of players like that
Mm.
at Kentucky. They know that it's more than just shooting in the game of basketball.
Yeah.
They play all aspects of the game. As you look at Anthony Davis, I think he only averaged 10 or 12 points and won National Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So some players know it's all they go out and play all aspects of the game. Some
Yeah.
players, if they're not getting 10, 12 points or 14 points by halftime, they got their head down and everything else just goes to waste. Some players aren't like that.
And I think that kind of speaks to Mo D a little bit as being that's my thing. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm not here hating on Mo D. I think we're gonna need Mo D down the stretch. I think it's gonna be a game where where he's gonna have to be very physical, and we're gonna need that bruiser in there to play that maybe Malachi doesn't have just yet, and maybe Garrison won't have. We're gonna need that guy that can go get it. We still gotta play Tennessee. That they gonna be aggressive. We still gotta play Vandy. They gonna be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And these are we still gotta play Florida, and they got the that big guy at Florida that's very aggressive. We still got games
Got
that
2 or
Mo
3
D.
big guys.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So we still got games that Mo D could still be highly effective for us if he's willing to put his trying to be a scorer and do what we need him to do for this ball game. We can't give Florida, we can't give Tennessee, we can't give Vandy all these extra offensive rebounds because they're gonna hurt us. They're gonna kill us. So if you willing to come into the ball game and says, Coach, I'm going in and I'm going to rebound, and this is what I do well. You know what we thought you was going to do when you was at, coming in all the extra 50-50 balls and crashing the boards and getting these rebounds. If you're not doing it, bro, you got to sit on the bench, man. And that's just it's time. We're at the point in the season now, BC, where it's no longer time to sugarcoat what's going on. It's time to be serious, and it's time to lock in and say, if you're not going to do what we need you to do to win the ball game, I got to set you down, young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. His name is Chanulu. I think that's how you say his name. I probably screwed that all up, but that's his name for Florida. He's a big dude, man, and he didn't forget what we did to them last year. And if you don't think he has this game of playing, we got to play them twice. If you don't think, you know what I'm saying? If you don't think that, I'm saying, if you don't think that he hasn't forgot about what we did to them last year, dude, get out of here, bro. He can't wait to get his hands on Kentucky. And with the way we playing right now is, I don't know if Marino and I don't know if Garrison is ready for his physicality. But Mo D could if he's not selfish, he can.
Well, I think everybody has that mindset. Auburn beat us last year up and spanked our court.
Yeah.
And I feel they're going to be even more hungry than they was last year when they play us.
They are.
When you play at Kentucky, you're going to get everybody's A game.
And here's the thing: Auburn's fighting for their life too. They're in the same situation as UK, but they just ran. Who did they
not
just
as
beat?
Much as in the same situation. They got a foot out of the boat. They beat Arkansas.
Yeah, well, that's what I was, and they beat them convincingly too.
Yeah, and Arkansas was a good team.
Yeah, so we don't, even though we have, I guess the best win you can say is St. John's, and St. John's is not even having a great year from my understanding. So it's kind of like we don't have that signature big win like Auburn does, and we got to play them at their house. So
we got to play Auburn there. Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah,
go to the jungle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so it's kind of like we got to go there, and those guys, they want to beat Kentucky again. They don't want to be the team to be like, oh, you guys all to Kentucky, really? Like, y'all garbage. Since when in our lifetime did we see where a team that loses to Kentucky, they consider it garbage? You lost to Kentucky.
I don't.
Oh man, you you garbage.
I don't think nobody said that.
Bro, look. We can't look. We can't agree.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Look. We can't agree to disagree on that statement. I'm just being real, bro. We can't agree to disagree on it, but let's be real. Nobody's afraid to play Kentucky no more. Look, Missouri beat Kentucky, and then what they do? They turn around and then they lost. And now that loss that they got, that even made our loss to them look even worse. My point is, Kentucky is just not the same Kentucky, and nobody cares about Kentucky no more. And it's like, no, we got to play Kentucky tonight. Let's go ahead and run out here and let's run these fools and let's move on with our life. And that's the reality of Kentucky basketball in 2025, 2026. That's where Kentucky's at. You can take that to the bank, BC. I don't care about you smiling. That's your fault. I'm for real. So, and look, and I also, of course, I know you don't care about the rankings, but I don't either in a sense because we didn't even get any votes this week. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. We ain't earned it. What are we doing? We beat Mississippi State. So what? We're supposed to be Mississippi State. We're not supposed to lose to those guys. It ain't like we did something special. Dude, we gotta
we own Mississippi State.
Exactly. So it's just like now my fear with LSU is that when the last second of the game, they find a way to tip it in on us.
We need, hey, Big Mike. Hey, we need, hey man, we need a box out. That's what you need to do. You box out. You ain't got to worry about all that.
That's my biggest fear. That's why I think if Mo D can be in the ball game, he can be. Look, Mo D, you ain't played but 5 minutes this ball game. I need you to do one thing in the last second of the ball game: block out. Can you do that for me?
You box out.
And then you know
what?
It
happened 2 or 3 years ago. It would never
absolutely
happen.
not. No, absolutely not. And Mo D, if you can do that, then guess what? You're the hero of the ball game. And you only play 5 minutes. It's like that. But it's a reality that we're living in right now, and people not and a lot of people is willing to admit it. But a lot of people is not willing to admit that that's just where Kentucky, BC in particular.
I ain't said that. I'm listening. Who's the ace? I'm listening,
BC,
brother.
Quiet, let Mike preach. Someone said,
I'm listening.
And so that's kind of where the state of Kentucky basketball is right now when it comes to other teams looking in. Like we fell off, Purdue fell on. And that's just where we're at right now. Kentucky basketball is just what we are. And that's the sad part about that's the hard part about making that statement is you have to force yourself to actually say that. You can do one or two things. You can just be real about it, or you could just not even say it. But I like being real and I like calling it what it is. Now we still got a long season to go. And we still got a lot of hard games to go. But I think if we can just win one game at a time, and then we can focus on because we got LSU, then we got to go. I think we go on the road to Tennessee, if I'm correct. I think we go on the road to Tennessee. So smash the okay. Hey, I appreciate that, Sandy. So we just it's just so let's see what Kentucky basketball can do against LSU. Can we get another win and move on to Tennessee? But don't look past LSU because LSU, and they at home. The crowd's going to be electric for them. They're going to want them to win the ball game. Can Kentucky go on the road? And we need an on-the-road victory. We're desperate for that in somebody else's house. And maybe if we can go in somebody else's house I don't necessarily want to say LSU is a very hostile place, but anytime Kentucky comes in a place, it gets hostile because everybody wants to beat Kentucky at home. You know what I'm saying? Next ball game, LSU may go out and lose by 10. They might go out and lose by 20 points. But for this game against Kentucky, people are going to play elite, and that's just the reality. Always going to be it. So I'm going to say we turned the corner. I don't know, Don. Okay, so another breaking news. Shane's on it tonight, dude. Shane, what are you using? 20s? He's on. Jaland Lowe. Those guys are trying to submit for a medical waiver form, medical red shirt, or whatever it is. And if so, then he'll have 2 more years in because he hasn't really played a whole lot this year. He's been out a lot, so that's really good. And I'm glad that they pulled the trigger now to save that year of eligibility. And if he wants to come back, I hope so. Seeing look before we get into football, BC, I got to get your take.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with the booing at home of the players?
BBN, man. You coming? You going out there and laying the egg? They gonna let you know it.
So is that your way of saying you agree with it?
I wouldn't boo because I know how it is, playing the game. Sometimes it's just, you I wouldn't boo, but that's booing is part of sports.
I'm gonna make
When
a funny. Go ahead.
when people you could go to if you go to a play or something or any kind of theater thing, if it's not going according to what you paid for, you might boo. But I'm just not the booing type guy.
As Martin said on his sitcom back in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
I don't condone it, but I understand.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
going to do it,
Yeah,
but I'm not.
yeah.
I understand. I get it.
It,
I get
BC,
it. I get it. You know,
yeah,
I'm not going to look at you side eye because you booing.
yeah. Well, BC, I've did a lot of reels. I've did a lot of videos.
Mm-hmm.
I've right now I've had videos. I've had reels on Facebook that has went over 100K views,
Mm-hmm.
120, 130,000 views a reel. But I never had a video that has gotten so many comments like the video I posted on that same question. And
Mm-hmm.
I posted the video on. I did a reel on Facebook, and basically I was just asking, are you against it? Are you for it? Do you understand it? I think it's up to almost 60,000, but it has almost 1,000 comments. That means
Well,
that it matters to people.
let me say this:
Yeah.
when they start booing, they got back in the game, and then they start playing. So boo every time. I'm good for it if they go to come. If they gonna come back and start playing, hey man, I'm telling you, I was like, man, this ain't good. They get ready to get blown out of jail at home again.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
start booing, and I guess you can say it worked.
Well, are you
So,
advocating that as soon as I walk out on the floor for tip off, everybody just start booing?
no, I'm not saying that. Like I said, I'm not a booer. I
Yeah.
don't do that. But
Yeah.
like I said, I understand,
Okay. You don't condone
and
it, but you
and it
understand.
worked, and it
It
worked.
did, and hey, a lot.
It worked.
Yes.
It worked.
Just boo
So,
until the
so,
ball
so
is
when
tipped
the
off, and
announcers
then
are starting lineup, boo.
yeah.
What about the NIL, Mike?
Hey,
Do
somebody.
you have a
Hey,
question about?
now I was gonna go into a little football.
Oh, okay.
Don Ho says, if you're gonna boo, stay home and set your couch on fire.
Well, hey, you better boo then.
Yeah, you better boo. Yeah, you better boo. So I'm talking about a Wildcat zone. I think it, and that is hey Daniel, I'm not sure if you're a part of Wildcat Zone, but if you are, I appreciate you joining in with us. I see your comment over there as well. So I'm not sure if Daniel's part of Wildcat Zone, but I definitely want to kind of bring that up a little bit. I saw that, but
You said
football.
Wildcat. What? They need to run
Well,
zone?
no. His I think it's a page called Wildcat Zone.
Oh,
And
oh.
yeah. And I'm not sure if he's a part of it or not. But I seen it, so I just kind of wanted to just kind of acknowledge him for being in the room. So and matter of fact, if there's anybody else here for the first time, if this is your first time watching ever, please do so. Please let us know that it's your first time, and so we can give you a shout out or two and welcome you to the show.
Big
Football.
Rich.
Um, uh, hey, what's up, Rich? Good to see you, man. Football. I'm
Mm-hmm.
BC. I'm about to say something that's very unpopular
Mm.
about football and about Will Stein, and I don't care if I get some smoke for it, and I don't care. It sort of is. It sort of is what it is, and I don't say this just to get people all roused up. And I'm not excited about. I'm not trying to get people to be angry, but I'm not impressed with our running backs that we brought in. Now, do they have potential? Yeah. On paper, have they been good in the past? Yeah. We got the running back from Texas, and we got the running back from OU. Beautiful. We got some running backs that other big time teams felt like that they was really good. And of course the guy from Texas, the name totally slipped my mind. CJ
Yeah,
Baxter
CJ
from
Baxter.
Texas, number one back coming out of high school when he came out in 2023, I think it was. But
Mhm.
he's hurt prone.
Yeah,
Um, the yeah,
he didn't
he's
play
hurt
too much.
prone.
He only
No,
had
he
like
didn't. Yeah,
196 yards.
so he's hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The running back from OU is accident prone. My point is this: we keep bringing in guys that have high potential. Now, everybody that plays basketball, that plays football, all these sports, they're just one injury away from being done for a while. I get that. But to bring in people who are already hurt, and that was the same thing with even with Levitt, with the quarterback from Arizona, he was even injured. So even though I'm not too happy about the quarterback from Notre Dame because he's not proven yet, but he's not hurt. So I guess that's a start. But bringing in two running backs that are accident prone, and then you expect them to come to Kentucky and just be 100% healthy forever. I don't. And then
What are you
what is it?
saying? We getting leftovers?
We just look. We look. We bring in JQ. He's injured.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jaland Lowe's not healthy. Now I'm not sure if Jalen Lowe's shoulder just got initially hurt at the blue and white game. I'm not sure if he came in hurt or not, or injury. But my point is, how can we expect these guys who are injured prone to come to Kentucky, and now that they at Kentucky, they're just going to be 100% healthy the whole time. Now you got to be timid on how you can work these guys out because they're just one hit at practice at being done for the season. So it's almost like going to the mall and says, I want a pair of Jordans, but that's okay if they're defective. I'll just play with it and then they'll be better. You're not gonna walk in there and just get Jordans that's already abused. You're gonna get a brand new pair, or you see my point, BC?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but yeah, I get it. But when it comes to football,
Yeah,
everybody's injury prone.
yeah,
It's just, yeah,
yeah,
everybody's one play away. It's just where you could be, injury prone and not get
yeah,
hurt the whole year,
yeah,
and you could be a guy to get. It's just, it's football, man. It's just what
yeah.
it is. It's
And
so
Jason Patterson came back to Kentucky too as well.
okay. So
Yeah, which is
yeah,
which is
I
good.
wish I wish we could kept our Patterson and our other running back that left.
Dardell,
Yeah, that there. I wish
yeah,
we could have kept him.
which he ended up.
But
He signed with Georgia, right?
yeah, but hey, you go with the money, man.
Yeah, I guess
You
so.
you go with the
Yeah,
money. If I'm him and what Georgia gave him,
yeah.
adios.
But isn't
go
that
with
bad?
go with the money.
But isn't that bad for? But ooh, yeah, I go too then.
You go with
Yeah,
the money.
if he got over $1 million, that'd be hard to
Well,
turn it down. And
that's
that's the
different
reality
in
of where we at
football.
now. Yeah,
That's different in football because football you getting hit every play
yeah,
versus basketball. Yeah, you go with the money. That's just what it is.
yeah. That's true.
Who's not? If it's not sports, if you working at a factory or you working at a Pizza Hut and Domino's talking about paying you $5 more, what you gonna do?
You gone. You be
You
like, I'm out.
gone.
Yeah, yep. That's true. So
But
it's
with
but
with with that being said, though, I wish with NIL they had with the contracts. If say you are a high school All American and
yeah,
you coming out of high school and I'm Kentucky and I'm telling you we'll pay you $4 million,
yeah,
but it's going to be 3-year contract. You got to stay here 3 years. But if after your first year, your draft stock go up, you're going to be first 15 lottery pick.
Yeah.
You can opt out of the last 2 years, but you don't get paid for it.
Okay.
You're just going to get paid for the year that you played.
That's true.
I wish it was like that in college. I hope they do that.
Yeah.
In college basketball.
Absolutely. So, BC. So I actually have a rebuttal. Someone has.
You always got a rebuttal.
Well, it's against myself this time, not against you. It's actually against myself. Which is odd. It's really odd.
Against yourself.
I'm going to rebuttal. I'm going to rebuttal my own self. Ace, Big Mike, at least let him play half a football game before you tell me it's not well, if you can throw up Ace T's 8440's comment for me, could you? Wasn't David hurt the year before he came in? Talking about, yes, he was, and that's why I rebuttal because Ray Davis came in and we know what he came to Kentucky to do, and he did just that. So let me pump the brakes a little bit. And this, see, sometimes you got to be grounded. See,
you need
sometimes,
to mute your mic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real, a lot. That's a lot, and so
because they're tired.
So my point is, when the reason why I rebutted myself is because sometimes it takes other people to remind you that you're wrong.
Yeah,
and Ace, you can mute your text too, okay? So you know what I'm saying, but actually, you know what I'm saying, but actually, Ace makes a good point. You know, we forget about Ray Davis being hurt, but you know, Ray Davis is on a different level. He was proven throughout his college career is that he's a baller. CJ Baxter, he's still young within the game. Can he bounce? You know, Ray made a decision that he's going to bounce back from his injuries. Is CJ willing to put in the work to bounce back from his injuries and be as good as he was advertised? And I think his name is Javante out of Oklahoma. Can he come in? Now he's rushed for 1,400 yards in his career, so that's positive. But it took him 3 years to do it. Some guys do it in a year. My point is, we get an offensive line in. So I want people to understand something, BC. I'm very excited about what the new coach can do here at Kentucky. Just the fact that we got 2 guys from Florida to come in, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. We got an Ohio State lineman come in. We got the number one. We got the number one center. We got the number one center coming in. We got a good offensive lineman. Yeah, we got linebackers coming in. We got receiver. Now, I don't know what kind of receivers we're getting in yet. The only receiver that I saw that we're getting in is one guy from Arkansas. And of course, I didn't really watch a lot of Arkansas football, but I'm not quite sure how good he is. But my point is just the fact of we having these guys come in and wanting to play for Kentucky. Now, once again, it's a money thing. So it ain't that you just come into Kentucky just because you want to play for Kentucky. The numbers was right for you. Either way, you know what I'm saying? Either way, you're at Kentucky. What are you going to do now that you're at Kentucky? Are you willing to put the work in and show that you are the money that you offered and the money that you wanted and the money that you got is that you're showing that I'm going to earn every dime that that these guys are giving me. If we have that, then I'm very excited about what the year could be. But I am going to be reserved, BC, and I want to see what they do on the field first. But I'm very positive.
Got to.
And I'm very positive on where we could possibly go at this season if everything lines up and we're very active out there on the field. Yeah. It was Peanut, I love you, but Lowe played hurt. Why? Peanut does not. Peanut does.
Yeah, he doesn't like Lowe.
Yeah, he doesn't like Lowe at all. Yeah. And we can't forget about the tight end room too as well. The guy Shane's on it, bro. Yeah. Shane's on Rodriguez and we got Skinner back too as well.
Skinner.
He redshirted. So now we got, and he's big too and he's fast. So let's 10-8 in the that's fast, BC. That's almost faster than me. My goodness. Man, dude. Bro, that's almost. But I think the point is that if the coaching, if the coaches can get the best out of these players and do what Cal was able to do and get these guys to play together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at BC, we always say, why not Kentucky? I want to see us. My test is, and I said this on my other show on Facebook, is when we play these teams in the first part of the year, I know we still got to gel. We still got to see what we made of. But if we can blow out these teams that's coming into Kroger Field, and we're not a third quarter team where we got to be like, well, come on, guys, we got to score a touchdown so we can put them away. If we've already put these guys away starting the third quarter, that lets me know that these guys are for real. Now, I know the competition level is going to rise, so the real test is going to be in the first SEC game. But I want to see that we're not struggling with the talent that we're supposedly bringing in.
Right.
Is that we're a legit team? Yeah.
Right. Those small fish, you wanna blow them out just to make like, okay, we all right then. If we blowing them out, the game's over at halftime.
Yeah,
we on another level.
And I think it's about making a statement, and that was my, what I'm saying. And going back to basketball just for a moment, that was the problem that I had with Bellarmine before we played Alabama. You see what I'm saying? We beat Bellarmine, but Alabama was like, these dudes just gave up 85 points to Bellarmine. Who?
I believe Kentucky? You see Bellarmine in your sleep.
That's my point. So it's like in football, we got to destroy those. I'm saying, like, we got to overcook those little fish. Like, you got small.
You got fry those small fish, man. They got to be messing around with them.
Absolutely. We got to over fry those teams, and we got to let people know that Kentucky might be real. Maybe we should take a moment of pause and really look at this team as a whole and says, we're probably not going to just push Kentucky over. We're going to have to play some solid football. I'm just saying, like, if we as good as we are, and I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy. Maybe we might beat Alabama this year. Just slow down, Big Mike. Slow down.
That's not. Yeah, that's now Alabama ain't the Alabama is used to, so that's attainable.
Exactly. So that's why I said if we could put the pieces together, because of Will Stein, and remember, this is his first head coaching job. This is different than being an OC.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything's on your shit. Whole lot different. All you had to do at Oregon was call plays and go talk to your quarterback. That's it. That's all you had to go do. Now you got to talk to all the coaches. You got to talk to all the players. If you get a defensive lineman out there acting stupid, guess what? You got to talk to him. If you got an offensive lineman that ain't doing right, you got to talk to him. If your punter ain't punting the ball, you got to talk to him. So everything's on your shoulders now, Will Stein. Is your shoulders big enough? I got one real question. What's his grace period?
His grace period already started, man. Like I said, when people are excited about your arrival, when people are excited about you showing up, oh man, the anticipation is through the roof.
Yeah, it is.
So when the anticipation is through the roof, the grace period is very small. So it's almost like with BBN, if you a day late, your lights might get cut off.
Yeah.
That's what kind of grace period you get.
Well, maybe so. Are we gonna do the are we gonna do no huddle this year? Are we gonna be like, look, this is your next 5 plays. Go run them, and you better get a first down because we need to do all 5 plays. Don't come off
Well,
this
you
field
well,
with
you
just
better have
with
that
just three
type of
plays.
quarterback. That's probably
That's
why
what I'm
Cutler
saying.
was like, man, let me go on,
I don't.
let me
Well,
go on,
well, Cutler
get
got
up
the
out of
bag for
here.
going. Hey, Cutler got paid for
Yeah,
going to
and he
Arizona
and he
State.
got the
Yeah, yeah,
bag too.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. He got paid for going out
can't
there.
hate that.
Yeah. So but football. We're excited about football, but right now, I like what BB and MJ said. The most pressing issue is, does Kentucky have enough to make it to March Madness? Because right now, even though I don't want to call out a seeding, right now, we're every single game that we get that pushes us farther and farther down. It every game that we lose, that pushes us worse and worse and worse. And before you know it,
Ye-
Kentucky. A crazy thing was see Kentucky in a playoff, in a playing game.
the playoffs have started. Well, I guess we can call it playoffs. Their tournament. The playoffs have started right now for Kentucky.
Absolutely, yes, yep. It unfortunately it's a lot more than 6-0 to win a championship. Now, now you know what I mean.
it's
It's real for Kentucky, man. Like we're in dire need of wins, BC.
yeah.
And if we can't get it, have you all watched Stein offensive plays at Oregon? Well, I don't know if Stein watched his offensive plays at Oregon because Indiana just destroyed them. They couldn't
Yeah,
do nothing against those guys. Who you got
Indy,
before we get? Hey, who you got
Indy.
before we get out of here, bro?
I gotta
Indiana or
go with
Miami?
Indiana. I think Indiana's the best team in college football this year,
This is me right here, baby. This is me.
and they got the Heisman Trophy uh quarterback.
I don't care, bro.
They could go out and get beat, but if I was betting, I'm not putting my money on Miami.
Miami's
And
at home, bro. They're
I
playing on
don't,
that backfield.
I don't care if they on the couch. They playing, Miami's the best team. I mean, Indiana's best team in
Yeah,
football.
those guys are solid, bro.
They're the best
They
team in
are.
football, but it's
They
not
are.
like it's like I said. It's like they always say, any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's
Anytime you
true.
go out and play a game, it's what you do on the field.
Those guys, hey man, I think so too. And as Shane just alluded to, that that defensive line is gonna be at home with Michael Irvin on all four.
Hey, they might gonna need Mike Irvin.
Hey, might need it, man. That's for sure. But I think it's gonna be a really good game, um, for sure.
Indiana's
I'm,
real deal, man.
Indiana's real, bro. It is. Yeah, and
They
I'm
they
glad that
don't
I
have a weakness.
they don't, and I'm glad that I heard that quote from him. And that was the first game that I watched from Indiana all year. Maybe I should be sad about that because I missed a really good team playing out there. But so BC has Indiana. I'm rolling with Miami. Don't forget, guys. BC, thank you for joining the show tonight. Always appreciate you. I don't know why. This is our show. So why am I thanking you for joining the show? This is your home for, bro. You know why I thank you, BC, every single show? It's because I appreciate you, bro.
Uh,
I appreciate you. And one of these days you're gonna jump on the call-in show. So don't forget, guys. It won't be a Wednesday night show because Kentucky plays Wednesday. So it'll just be a pregame show with Leah and Jimmy, and then it'll be a postgame show. And don't forget about the Thursday night call-in show. Please join in for that. Remember, the call-in show is not about us talking, but about you talking. Okay, there's not a phone number. There's a link that'll be in there, and all you gotta do is click the link, and we'll let you in. And then you just, hey, what's up? Good. And then you talk, and we want to hear your thoughts. So Thursday nights it's at 7 Eastern, because and I don't think it's very much going on Thursday night this week, is it? It should be pretty wide open. So unless the girls are playing, I'm not sure if the ladies are playing that night or not. But it should be a pretty wide open, pretty quiet night, which means you can come on in, and then you can call in as well too. Shane's back there producing the show, My man BC's right there. Didn't mute himself tonight, which I'm glad because I needed him. I appreciate it. Thank all you guys for coming out and joining the show tonight. You guys know I gotta get, and that's why you gotta be on Thursday night sometimes, because we can just relax and just slow down, and we can just have a nice, pleasant, longer show. Because you always got stuff to say, BC.
I'm always
Yeah.
relaxed, Big Mike.
Well, I'm not because I'm sitting here. I'm like,
sometimes
okay,
you be talking to the walls and stuff.
hey guys, hey, hold on for a minute. Bring it home, guys. Just do the hey. When I'm in the room by myself, sometimes I just turn around and I just be like, I love you guys.
That's scary. Right, that's scary right there.
Yeah, that's scary. hey, they don't talk back, so that's good. And also, Shane just says that we got a Texas wide receiver that's trending our way in football. So let's see how that goes. Once again, I'm not throwing shade on Will Stein.
Man,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, he's getting. If that's the case, he's getting some bank if he's going to leave Texas.
Absolutely. So
because young man is going to be a beast next year.
Well, here's the thing. We did get a exactly because we don't have a proven quarterback yet. I guess Will Stein believes in him, but you're gonna leave him. Oh yeah, it's definitely about the money now. That's for sure.
It's always about the money, Big Mike.
It's always about the money now.
Always about the money.
Absolutely. So, but anyway, guys, BC, Shane, everybody. Oh, Steelers or Texas? Who you got? Steelers or Texas? I'm going with Steelers. Mike Tomlin's gonna get it done. Even though the Texans got the best defense. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Yeah. Mike Tomlin knows how to win.
I'm gonna go with the Texans on that.
But then that's why you need to mute yourself after all.
Hey, Steelers don't score enough.
Yeah,
the defense is good, but
it is. Yeah, the steal. A. Jordan Carter. Guess what, guys? They don't talk back, so they listen. You know what I mean?
Oh, my son in the chat.
Yeah. I just seen him just now. But anyway. UK's my team, and I love them with all my heart. So you got to go out there. Come on, guys, you got it, absolutely. But hey, until next time, thank you guys so much, man, for joining in to the Monday Night Show. You guys always appreciate it. If you haven't already smashed that like button, please go do so. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. It will mean a lot for us as well too. So anyway, go Cats, go BC, go Shane.